by the time the router is coming up, let's add the routings on ASA1. So we're gonna start with the routing outside 5.2.11.0 255.255.255.0, and it is going to be on 5.2.10.11. This is going to be my first, and second is going to be for this on the same interface. Now let's go ahead and route like the internal routes inside 19.16.1.1 255.255 255 5.2.8.91. AD value for this is like gonna be like the distance metric is gonna be 1 for this. And the last route is for management. Right? So basically manage route inside 150.17 7.1.7 200 255.255.255.255 5.2.8.9.1. Same for 231. Only these should be allowed on the firewalls, nothing else. And I think for the DNS lookup, we've already added the configurations on the DNS lookup. So we're gonna be done with this. Let's go ahead and check the router now. Can see the ARP now. 5.2.11.2. Yep, now I'm able to ping the route, the PCs. Yes, it's like up. So now it was just the connectivity issues in between. My switch was not able to work it out in a proper way. I guess that's the reason it might be. So the bridges worked for me, and it actually now we can go ahead and start with the configuration. So basically, now if I go and do as once I've given the routes, right, so this router. Okay, so now this when I'm talking about this router, it's basically it's the connectivity uh of the inside connectivity. It's basically this is the one which actually routes everything inside, and now we have to actually have to do and add the routes for that. So let's go ahead and add the routes as well as do some informations in it. So if I go and check, this is the configurations. The 2.1 and 2.2 is basically sub interfaces, and this is how the configurations will be there on the into the exam exactly. So if I go and start with IP route 19.16 dot 1.1 to 55 to 55 to 59 to 55. This this IP address 19.16.1.1 and 2.1 is going to be finance as well as the sales VPN IP addresses. Like the finance as well as the VPN PCs are gonna get these IP addresses. That's the reason we're routing in that way. So let's go ahead. 6.1, 7.1. Okay, and I have to use this subnet dot one and this. So this router is done. Oh, I have to name that Okay. So on the now let's go ahead and check if my connectivity is why come is like going down. Should not go down. So basically, when you see this, there are some pre-configured routes already onto the routers. Okay, this is basically the ones which is you're gonna see into the exams. It's like half-baked configurations, and like you have to check it out and verify. The main command which you actually have to go and check it out for this is basically the 172.16.1.0 subnet, and it has to be routed on 249. Now, what's a 249? So if I go and show you the diagram. Oh, where's my diagram? Just let me give it to you in that way. Give me 2 minutes. I'm actually trying to find that, which is gonna be my like R2 should be that IP address. R2 should have this IP address. Just a moment. Yep, it is the management side of the interface. This IP address which I'm talking about is going to be my management side of an interface, and the R2 is has to be connected in that way. So I think I have to disable the R2 and then basically connect onto the cloud one. Cloud one basically is going to be my VLAN 150. Okay, so what I did is cloud one is my VLAN 150, and my cloud two is like going to be my cloud 151 where my FMC is there. So if I go and like just check it on in the configuration, G1. This is how it should be configured for me. G3, of course, to the the firewalls. The G1 should be your management, it should be connected to the management, and G2, of course, to the switch one. Okay, so like since I'm using a EVNG, there's a way to just go ahead and open this server for us. I cannot take an RDP for this, so for the username, most of the times it's going to be administrator, either Cisco @123 or user @123. What up? Okay, zero. Some issues with it. There's an issue with my this. Just a moment. Seems okay. Sometimes the latest things actually give problems because of the bugs or something in that way. So I have just like changed the chemo for this. Like if like when you're practicing, you might face these kind of issues, and like most of the times it's like you just have to walk around for things. My status for this is not even more than 18% or something, and okay, should not be an issue. The next part actually involves like adding the routes into the the server. Basically, like I have to add the route into the server, and then basically like we can actually go ahead with it, because we need this route on the Active Directory, so that um, it's basically like the management should be able to like connect, and then basically the ASDM will be working for us in that way. So that's the reason I'm adding that route. I have to add that route like into the server. Okay, I'm in. For this, let's go ahead and type PowerShell. Once you have the PowerShell, it's basic commands. Like even for the network guy, like you should know commands for the PowerShells for this. And come on, man. It will give you the routes of all the interfaces which is connected in here. If you can see if there is a route present for it, in this. Otherwise, you are not able to see any routes present for 172.16. Is there a route? If it is not there, then basically you have to add those routes into the route print table. So just go ahead and type because I cannot see here the route present there. So I'm gonna add that route into the PowerShell. So 172.16.1.0 mask. This is not like Cisco. We actually have to be very careful for this. And 150.1.7.249 minus P. Okay, and I'll just since you get an okay, and then again you just go ahead and check it out with route print again. Now I can see that there's a route 172.16.1.0 already present. So we can go ahead and configure the ASDMs and everything else. So let's go ahead on management PC. Just a moment, let me check if like I'm there. Okay, the management PC is like ready for me. So let's go ahead and check if I'm able to get an ASDM there already. I do have an ASDM launcher already present there. If not, then you can actually just go ahead and give the router the IP address for the firewall, and then go ahead and get that. So if I go there, and since I have given already the username and password as Cisco, remember, so just go ahead and give that. Yes, it's enabled. So just go ahead and continue with that. I'm able to get the cache software for it. So that means it's a good sign that I got my ASDM working, software update complete. Let's see if like I get the ASDM graphical user interface page. Yep, it's working for me. So now we have to configure VPN. Okay, so this is actually kind of like easy for when you're using a graphical user interface. It's actually kind of much easier than what it is. It's just that it should know where like the things are. For that, go into wizard, and then basically like if you're going inside the wizard, let me just show it again. Go into wizard, VPN wizard. Then you'll be seeing a site-to-site VPN, any connect VPN, clientless SSL. accordingly, but we are gonna have an AnyConnect VPN wizard this time. So like I'm gonna go ahead and select AnyConnect VPN. Then I'll press a next, and then basically I have to give the first I need to create the connections for sales. So let's go ahead and name it as sales. Let's check it in that way. Sales, yes. Then select the interface outside. Go ahead and next. Then basically like for that we have to use a device certificate. So go ahead and click manage, click add, and then you need to give a CCO certificate. Okay, so CCE trust, and then basically you have to give a identification, and you have to give CN as ASA 1V dot Cisco dot local. Click on add certificate. Not available. Just a moment. I need to click it again. Let me trust. Generate a self-signed certificate. CN should be ASAV 1V dot Cisco dot local. Hmm. The enrollment is successful, but I should get a add key pair. Okay, so like I have not added a key pair. Let me check if I can actually add a key pair. I trust default key. I have to get generate a new key, add a new key pair. Then I'll be giving a CCIE key and click generate now. So selecting CCIE key, then I'll be going and doing a ASA 1V dot Cisco dot local, and then click add certificate. It will show me that CCIE trust point cannot add the key settings into the enrollment. Okay, I'm having some issues 1V with this. Dot Cisco dot local. It's like the right one. Okay. Let's go ahead and see next. Option. Okay, no problem. Let's go ahead and close this. I think there's a problem because I'm not able to find the FKDN in a proper way, like the proper certificate. It should be working in that way. Okay, just a moment. I'll just create it again once more. Trust, trust. Generate now. One v dot Cisco dot local. Copy that. Go into advanced. Yes, and I have to paste in lower characters as well. But that was the issue, one of the issues in this. So make sure that everything is into lower characters and it should be fine for us to add the certificate in that way. It's asking me for a CSR certificate now. The enrollment should be there. Okay. Yeah, I got it. Why it's not like that way? Mm, we trust. I had forgotten the generate self-sign certificate, and basically then I have to go and give this here. Go ahead and give this here. Okay, and then I have to go and select my CCE key and then click add. It should be giving me an enrollment succeeded. So then I press OK. Now, when I go this, like I go and actually can go ahead and click OK and then go ahead like into next. Once I'm done that, basically like I'll be going into and selecting the client interfaces. Okay, so press add. I have to give the name for the like any connect. I can give anything in that way. So like first is like I'll be going and uploading my images from the local. I have a file into the desktop itself. It says any connect when like I'll just copy the name of the whole entirely. That's and I'm gonna select that. It's gonna be like this, and then I'm gonna upload the file. This has been successful. Then I'll press like OK. Okay, so now I have the file with me, and basically like it's like now I just have to go and go ahead next. And like for this, like AAA server, like we actually have to add the ICE IP address, right? So like I'm gonna go and select the group name, and I'm gonna put as a Cisco radius. Actually, more like a CCI radius. It's like come on, man. Okay, CCI radius. My radius IP is gonna be 150.1.7.117, as shown in this picture. Like if I go ahead and show you again the picture, my ICE, where, yeah, you can see the ICE. ICE is having an IP address of 117, which is 150.1.7.117. I'm going to use that IP address here, and I'm gonna select the interface as management because the ICE is actually connected directly to the management. And like I'm gonna like give the IP, like give the, the password for this. So this password should be handy with you guys, as like you need to give it the same into like the eyes for this. So usually I'll be like going and giving it Cisco, and then I'm gonna press OK, all in small letters. Okay, so let's go ahead and like put that here, and I'm gonna go and press next. Into the AAA server, I'm gonna select my CCI radius, and go ahead and like select next. Then I actually have to give an IP address pool. So like I have to create. As of now, I don't have any pools there. So just go ahead and create the IP address pool. Of course, like we're gonna use the sales pool, which is gonna be sales pool, and I'm gonna give the IP address 172.16.1.1, and I'm gonna end the IP address of 172.16.1. You know, 10. The subnet mask, of course, is gonna be 24, but we can come again and change this end IP for any time. It's gonna be using as a DHCP because it's gonna lease the IP when the person is going to connect to the VPN. So I'll press OK, and then like I can go ahead and next, click at next, again then next, next. Now this is the final like phase where I actually have to finish it up. Once I finish this up, it will say please wait, and like it will actually just finish it off in that way, and custom mode or like that. So like let's just go ahead and finish it up into the custom mode, simple mode only. Like I'll be finishing down that way. Okay. So for the sales, I've already made the VPN access for it. So now let's go ahead and see, like make it for like finance the same way. Have to go into the wizard, VPN wizard, any connect VPN, then basically go into next, give finance, outside interface, next. We have to go and change the certificate for this. So like for this, like I'll be going into manage, and you know what, actually I think it's like okay to use the same certificate for me, and gonna use the same like things here as well. For username, like I'm gonna use again the radius for this same like a way, and now here's the change. Like I have to use a finance pool, 172.16.1.11, 172.16.1.20, 0. Okay. So I've created the finance PC as well. Okay, so now once this is done, I'm gonna go on to the policies and then accounting. For both of them, I have to set up the accounting part as well. So let me go ahead and do that into advanced, then into this, then basically like accounting is also setting up to, the CCI radius. On to the next one. That's okay. Now on to the any connect client profile. Once you're here at this page, just go ahead into Windows VPN establishment and press allow remote user. Okay, this will help out the remote user to like establish the VPN from Windows and attempt the same thing from like there and but for the same for finance as well. Once this is done, go ahead into VPN, right? So like once this is done, then we can first go into the server list, add the host address as well, like it's already there, but I think we have to edit that. And we're gonna use the host name for this, like host name display should be the one which we configured in earlier, which is ASA 1v dot Cisco dot local. Press OK. And OK here again. Do it for the same for the finance as well. I should have copied that. 1v dot Cisco dot local. Press OK. OK here as well. Okay, now this is done and server list has also already been added. Now all the thing is left is like to apply the settings. Okay, so let's see like if we get any errors. So finance profile XLM exit. Everything is okay. No IPv6. That's okay. That's not a problem. The errors where you basically like if you are getting an error for IPv4 or something like any other than that, it's okay because we have not selected any IPv6 here. That's the reason it's actually giving me an error in that way, but the rest of the configurations are already processed. Okay, so this is a good sign when you don't get an apply here. Like the apply is actually grayed out, which is a good sign for us. The configuration is already there. Now let's see if I'm actually getting anything on the group policies. Select group policy sales, select edit, and then go on to the like general, go into main options, select the SSL VPN. It should be selected on this. On the connections profile, just untick that and just go ahead and select sales there. Because this is going to be each of the profile is having a different IP addresses. That is the reason you'll be getting a tunnel group, which is going to be like a connection profile is going to be different for both of the any connects profiles. Okay, so like go ahead and select that, and then in advanced, go to split tunneling. Of course, we're gonna go and do the split tunneling for this. For IPv6, are we gonna enable that? I think for the DNS, it's like enabled. For this, it's disabled. For policies, of course, it's gonna be disabled. And for like network list is gonna be disabled. Okay, so let's go ahead and select the tunnel interface. I'm not gonna use the IPv6 policies for this, so that's the reason that way. Select the tunnel list, network list below for the policies. Okay, and then basically go ahead, click on the network list, and since we have not connected any network list for this, we're gonna go ahead and untick that, and then of course we don't have anything in there, so like we're gonna go manage and add one standard access list. Add the access list, give an access list a name, which is gonna be like a sales ACL. Press OK. Into this ACL, then go ahead and add ACE, which is going to be your policy. That was a policy name. This is going to be your policy management. So give ahead and go ahead, select permit, and give the IP addresses. One is going to be 19.16.1.1, the first one. Description is on to you. If you want to give, it's okay. It's if not, then it's still fine with me. 172.16.1.0 /24. Again, this is going to be in permit. The last IP address, of course, it's going to be for management, which is 150.1.7.231. Enter. Once this is done, you're going to go and ahead and press OK here. For split tunneling, go ahead and say cisco.local on the DNS name, because this is your domain IP or domain URLs, and that's the reason like we are going to say Cisco local there. The tunnel network interface list below that's like should be there present, and the sales ACL should be there on this. Okay, so like this is done. Just go ahead and click OK for this. First thing, I think I have to do one more thing there. Oh, again, I forgot one more thing there. For the split tunnel, I think we have to make two profiles, not just one. Uh, was gonna be this. General, then go ahead into the address pool, select one, and then go ahead and select the sales pool and click OK. I go ahead, sales pool, assign this, sign, and then click OK. Okay, then this is done. Uh, Once the sales profile is done, go into the more options. Idle timeout. Okay, like this has to be there. So we're gonna like select 2880 minutes. Okay, so like that's gonna be more than enough to get the idle timeout. If like the traffic is not flowing in that much minutes, it will automatically get disconnected. Like okay. Once this is done, go ahead into the finance and like you have to do the same kind of things there as well. My PC is a little slow. Just a moment. Okay. Now here I am. So now let's go ahead and configure the same things for like the address pool for finance. Click finance there, assign pool. Okay. Then go ahead and do it for SSL VPN. Selected, it should be selected there. Then go ahead into the connection profiles grouping and then select finance there. And idle timeout, go ahead and give 2880 minutes there. Once that is done, go ahead and advance split tunnel network list. This should be this. This one should be cisco.local. And you need to create an ACL for uh, finance as well. That's okay. And then basically like you have to go and add the ACE, which is your policy. And again, you actually just have to go and add the IP addresses which is needed. This is 190, which is 119.16.2.1. It should be permit. I'm facing some issue. Oh, 19.16.2.1. First IP address added. The second one is going to be 172.16.1.0/24 added. And the last one is going to be 150.1.7.231. Enter. Once these are added, we're going to go and select the finance ACL there. Nothing else is like into the things. And now we're going to go and click OK. Press apply. So once this is applied, we have to go on to the ICE. Back to the ICE. Just a moment. So once we are at ICE, just go ahead and go into the administrations and external entity services. Okay. So once we're there on the Active Directory, because we're going to add the AD server in this. So just go click add there. For this, we're going to select a joint point as joint point name as CCIE, and the domain is of course going to be cisco.local. Press submit. So would you like to join ICE nodes to the Active Directory domain? Of course, yes. So it will actually ask you the username and password for this. And I think like we have the admin passwords with us, which is administrator user @123 is going to be my user for that. But I think in it will actually be given to you into the lab when you're going for the lab. It will be there for you, and you actually have to use the same password for that. So just be careful about it. It's like for me, it's of course I've set it up in as user @123, but in exam it can be Cisco 123 or something in that way. So just be careful about it and use that credentials instead of the what I'm currently using. So let's go ahead and click OK. This is a good sign. When I get a completed, it actually is a good sign that means my AD is added. And of course, it's showing me an operational sign as well, which is a good sign for me. Now, what we have to do is go into the identity source sequences, then add one. And then we're going to go and add my CCIE as well as the internal users. Sorry, I have to select control rather than using a guess one. Let's go ahead and select one at a time. Okay, both are selected. I need my internal users to be second rather than the CCIE. And then basically once it is done, treat as if the user was not found and proceed to the next store into the sequence. So if in this way, what we will do is if CCIE is not having if the CCIE identity is not having that user, it will then only look up into the next store of the sequence, which is going to be the internal users. If there is a for this is basically when like sometimes if you want like you don't want to create an user into the Active Directory, but you want to create it on ICE, you can actually then use an internal user for that. So that's the reason like we're going to go ahead with that and then go ahead and submit it. Enter as identity source sequencing. Oh, I forgot to put a name there. So for the name, I'm gonna use Active Directory 80 sounds fine for me. So go ahead and press submit there. Okay. So let's go ahead. Once this is done, um, we're gonna do some things about in identities now. Like we actually have to add some users. Okay, so like first one is gonna be like in the users, go ahead and add user in this. Go ahead and give the name. Okay, so username will be sales user one, and the password for that, like of course, I'm gonna use a password which is like derived with Cisco. So let's go ahead and C capital ISC 0123. Okay, I'm gonna re-enter the same password for me. So like it's gonna be C capital ISC 0123. Okay, so once this is done, and like I'm gonna go into the user group and gonna add and go ahead and select my all accounts as default. This is mandatory for the user group because it's actually going to look up all the accounts which is present in it. So once this is done, go ahead and give it submit. This is the first user we have created. We have to create for finance as well. Okay, so like go ahead and just try to do it for finance. Finance user one. The same password for what I'm going to use it for it. So sys 0123. C capital CISC 0123. This is the reason I actually like into the admin mode. I told you guys to go ahead and disable everything because the password should be simple in this way. So that's the reason in the beginning when I was configuring ICE, I told you guys to uncheck everything. That is basically because it will actually like if you have checked that things, it will not let you set up a simple password or a consecutive password like 1234 or something in that way. So that's the reason I've actually disabled it for the lab purposes only. But into the real life, when you are onto the real life, just go ahead and do it in a proper way, use it in a a proper way. This is just for the lab purposes as well as the exam purposes only. Okay, why am I not getting anything? Okay, now I got that. To save. Okay, so my two users have already been connected. Now, let's go ahead into the device and going to add like my devices. Okay, so let's go into the administration. I'm going to go into the network resources and going to go into the network devices. First, I'm going to add one. I'm going to say ASAV, 1V actually. And for the IP address, of course, I'm going to use my management IP address for that firewall 150.1.7.53. Once this is done, just go ahead into the radius authentication settings. Go ahead, share Cisco, shared secret, right? So for shared secret, I'm just gonna use Cisco. Of course, what I used into my firewall for the same thing, it's gonna be Cisco for there as well. I'm going to set up my like protocol for this, and I'm not going to use any second shared secret for this. I'm not going to use any other configurations for this. Just going to go and click submit. So this IP addresses are like added for the ASA, and let's go ahead and check if like I'm getting any results for this. Go into policies, sorry, policies, results. We're gonna go and create the downloadable ACLs. So like for that, we're gonna go and add it, because like once the user is trying to connect on the firewall, like the user will always ask for like some policies to that. It actually like requires some access to reach the Active Directory, as well as reach the like the firewalls, like as well as the ICE to get authenticated. That's the reason we're gonna create this policy, and like it will be helpful for us. So first is like sales, of course, sales ACL, sales DACL, that is downloadable ACL. And like for that, I'm gonna go and like use permit IC permit TCP any host, which is 119.16.1.1 equals to 8080 permit ICMP. Of course, it needs a ping to check if the like IP is like able to ping from like inside to the outside. Then permit UDP. It requires a DNS. So host 150.1.7.200 is going to be my DNS IP address, equals to 53. I'm going to copy the same command for TCP as well. I'm just going to use it for like my TCP command, and I'm going to go and change the UDP in the second one. You never know which one it will use. I have a bad habit of using tab. Permit UDP any host. Um, Now it's gonna be my 231. So 150.1.7.231. And this is gonna be for EQ for 123, port number 123. And my last one is like permit ICMP any host 19.16.1.1. Okay. So once this is done, I'm gonna copy this and keep it into my clipboard, and then gonna just go and submit this. Downloadable ACL is working fine for me. Otherwise, it would have given me a error for that. So let's go ahead and paste that, and give finance DACL. And now I'm just gonna change the IP address for that's 192, sorry, 119.16.2.1. The rest will be same. Okay. So if or in order to check if like your command is actually valid, you can actually go ahead and click this check DACL syntax, and it will actually give you the if it is valid, or if it will actually tell you where the command was actually wrong. So if like for example, if I just go ahead and say that like I want to like give an E here in permit, I'll just give an E, and if I say recheck, it will actually say that on the line 5, like permit is not valid. This is very handy for you guys when you actually type a command which is not like right for you guys. So just go ahead and like make the corrections accordingly. it should be either like permit, deny, remark, or no. Okay, so like no is when you actually have already given a command and you want that the second it actually like you don't want to use that command again, you can give a no for that. Let's go ahead and recheck that. It's valid for me. Then just go ahead and submit that. So I've made my finance DACL as well as the sales DACL. Now I actually have to go and set up the authorization profiles. Okay, so let's go ahead and make the sales auth first. AUTH sales auth. Why I'm making this? Because I actually have to use the DACL somewhere, right? Like I just made a DACL, but if like I'm not able to use that DACL anywhere, it's like worthless for me. So that's the reason I'm gonna go make a sales authentication profile, authorization profile, and then go ahead and call the DACL name into sales DACL here, and like then go ahead into like the common tasks, select my ASA VPN. Yeah, there you go. There's the ASA VPN. Go ahead and select the group policy and sales. I think I have not made the policies yet. Okay, so let's just click this in this way and like just click submit there because I have not made any policy there. So like just like as of now, just we have to come back here and then enable it and make a group policy sales there. Gonna submit that as of now.